Welcome, everybody, to a new 30-minute full body workout. I appreciate y'all being here today. Today's going to be a great workout. I can't see anybody for these workouts, so relax, feel good, and put yourself in one of the training categories, right? You're either going to be trainer pace, faster than trainer pace, or slower than trainer pace, right? Trainer pace is keeping up with me, right? Because I'm working out, trying to keep up with me. And we got fast and trainer pace, which is pretty common, and that's people with high energy and go high reps, and they've got goals on specific things, and they're going harder, right? I'm teaching this class all the time, so sometimes I'm not necessarily having the same energy as someone who's fresh, ready to come and work out. And then there is slower than trainer pace because you're trying to keep up with me, trying to keep up with everyone else, but you're trying to expand your range of motion. You can't quite do everything, but you got to go and you're focused on it, right? All right, so all these workouts, all these exercises are all at home. You don't need any equipment, right? So let's get started. So we go high knees. Drive it up. All right, we're going to do this 20 seconds each leg. Really right in here, nice grounded leg. Switch. So the stabilizing leg you're focusing on, and then the leg you're driving up. 10 seconds. And stop. So now ideally I want you to do a Bulgarian split squat. So that means I want you to put your back leg on something, right? And squat down, right? Otherwise you can have your back leg like this, just on the ground doing this, right? So either going to be a split squat on the ground or elevated. Trainer pace is elevated. Ready and begin. Let's switch. All right, good stability here. Really trying to focus on one leg. You are definitely working out that back leg as well, though. And stop. Good job. So whether you're in that split position or foot elevated, right? We're working on our knee dominant squats, right? So something effective we can do from home, right? Good workout so far. Ready? All right, going back to the high knees. Begin. Driving up. Good breathing. Easy, something that you can do at home. Let's switch sides. These workouts are effective. You don't need any equipment. If you're consistent with them, if you are actually doing these 4 times a week, you'd be very good shape. I mean, no doubt. And stop. And when you're doing those high knees, you want to think volume. You definitely want to go high reps, because if you go high reps, you're going to get tired. All right, let's get this split squat here. Ready and begin. Big breathing. All right, another 10 seconds. And stop. Switch legs. Begin. Ten seconds. And stop. Good job. Now we rest again. Last round. In that situation too, if you're faster than trainer pace, you could have done longer each leg. We don't need to necessarily start and stop at the same time. You can get started a little bit sooner, go a little bit longer while doing these exercises, right? No one can see each other, right? All right, last round, these high knees. Ready? And begin. right? Good volume, strong stabilizing leg. Really strong stabilizing leg. Whew. Switch. Let's go 10 more seconds. And stop. All right. Last set of these split squats. Ready. And begin. Ten seconds. Switch. Begin. And stop. Well done. Well done. So now we're going to get on the ground. We're going to work on shoulder extension here. We're going to do this kneeling, right? So trainer paces kneeling. But if you can't kneel for whatever reason, just do this standing up, hinged over, right? And we're working on extending our shoulders. So you should feel like you have an end range of motion. So like in order for me to hold this up, I feel my back and my shoulder blades flexing, right? So get deep into that hold while doing this. Kneeling, ready, and begin. I mean, kneeling's harder because you have no momentum. 30 seconds. Nice flat back. Good strong core. 20 seconds. I know I'm getting tired. 10 seconds. And stop. All right, we're going to superset this. So we're going to get on our back. And we're going to go hamstring. We're going to go hamstring bridge, but we're going to move our feet. Okay, so we're going to get into a hamstring bridge, not a glute bridge. Right? We're going to step. Go. So let's just begin. Just go right now. So we're alternating. So another 20 seconds here. Let's go 10 more seconds. Really getting into it. Getting our back up. Strong spine too. Strong spine. And stop. So now we're resting for a little bit. Do a full 30-second rest. I think this is a tough superset. When you get deep into that shoulder extension, you don't need any weight for that. You can go more volume. Focus on a tighter core and greater volume of reps. So we're going to go in 10 seconds, and we're going to do just that. We're going to do just that. All right? Ready? And begin. Either longer pauses, or more volume. But like if you're pumping these out, you're getting ripped for sure. Locking that core. Deep shoulder extension here. So 20 seconds. 10 seconds, 10 seconds. And stop. Oh, fucking A, dude. Flip it over. And these alternating hamstring bridges ready. And begin. 30 seconds. Let's switch directions. Change it up. 20 seconds. Switch it again. And stop. Last round. So if you're someone who struggles to do that movement, you can just do the frozen, the isometric version, right? Just holding a hamstring bridge, right? All right. We're going one more round. All right. Get those shoulder extensions. Ready. And begin. 30 seconds. Ten seconds. And stop. Right. Let's get those alternating hamstring bridges. All right. Ready. And begin. Thirty seconds. Big breathing. 20 seconds. Switch it. Gotta go hard. You got no equipment. At your house, right? So you gotta go hard. Gotta high intensity. If you get the high intensity, it does work. And stop. What I'm talking about in those games, makes it in those games. That's what I'm talking about. Right? Because light stuff works too. All right, so now we're gonna go elevated glute bridge. So the trainer pace is an elevated glute bridge, but you can do this flat. You can do this flat on the ground. So you don't need an elevated surface, right? You're focusing now on fully extending those hips, right? So back to back on that exercise, this is very hamstring dominant here. When we do elevated glute bridges, it feels like more on your hamstrings than when you're flat, right? So there's a little incentive to find some type of elevation to enhance, right, the posterior. And again, that's key because we got no equipment, right? So you're trying to push the intensity. A little elevation helps, right? Ready. And begin. These are harder elevated than flat. Flat are still effective, right? Flat is a different thing. But if you want to go like double duty on posterior, right, you want to go elevated because it makes the hamstrings extra heavy here, which is near the glutes, right? Let's go 10 seconds. Stop. We're not supersetting. No superset. So you can go, you don't have to wait this long. You can get started sooner. But I know that the rest periods are critical, so I take my time when I need it. All right, ready. And begin. Don't even need a resistance band for this one, right? If you have a resistance band, it's great to add, but you don't need one. Pumping these out, sending your focus to the hips, right? We're moving those hips. They're getting tired. They definitely are getting tired. 10 seconds. Stop. Whew. I'm tired. Doing great, guys. We're doing great. In 10 seconds, we're going to go again. Last one. Ready. And begin. We want our knees bent on this. We want to get nice and tight, ideally. We want to get nice and tight, ideally. 20 seconds. Ten seconds. And stop. Good job. Good job. Okay, so now we're going to get some push-ups here, right? So we're going to get to some push-ups, right? We're going to go for 40 seconds, right? You can either do these kneeling or regular, right? It's kind of like you're just grinding this out. Like this is tough, but the 40 seconds is going to go no matter how tough this is. Ready? And begin. 40 seconds. Just get through. Find some way to just keep pushing for another 30 seconds. Kneeling, whatever it is. If you can't do this on the floor for whatever reason, you can do this on a couch or an elevated surface. 20 seconds. And stop. All right, now we have a mandatory stand-up. So we're standing up mandatory. We're resting on our feet. Heels up. We're actually balancing on our toes. I want you balancing on your toes. Holding this for another 20 seconds. This one's mandatory. You can go sooner if you want to, but I want you to stay on your toes. And really ideally stand in one place. We're not resting on the floor. We're resting standing up. Right? Now let's get down here. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. Begin. Almost there. And stop. All right, stand up. Resting. Standing in one place. Stand in one place on our calves. Heels up. Ten seconds, we're gonna go. How we're going here. In 3, 2, and 1. Begin. almost there. And stop. Woo. Right, we're up, we're standing. Stand for a little bit. Mandatory stand up here. Making the intensity a little harder since we're at home with no equipment, right? Forcing us to stand up, we're working a little bit. All right, so let's get back down. And now we're gonna go swimmers. All right, this is effective. All right, so we're down. And we're up, and we're wide like this. We're going boom. Right, so arms are straight. Arms are straight, legs are wide. Legs are wide. We're up and we're squeezing. In, squeeze. In, squeeze. Let's begin. Let's go right now. Let's go right now. And stop. Mandatory stand up again. Mandatory stand up again. So now we're going to superset this with something called pendulums. Right? So what we're going to do is we're going to hinge over. We have a strong core. Arms are out. Right? We're going back and forth. Tight twists. Tight twists begin. Begin right now. Try to go back and forth. Not necessarily all the way back like this. They're trying to keep it nice and tight. The core trying to also get your end range. So I can't go any further than here, and I can't go any further than here. So we're working on the end range in both positions, both directions, while maintaining this position, right? Strong core, flat back. Come on, you got this. And stop. The thing is, if you get that end range of motion on those pendulum swings, those are very effective. I'm tired. We're grinding here. Higher intensity. Stay standing up. All right, in 10 seconds or sooner than trainer pace, you can go on these swimmers. We're going back into those swimmers. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Begin. Good, stop. All right, let's get up. Let's get up. All right, now we're doing those pendulums in 3, 2, 1, begin. All right, we want to do that flat back. Good hip hinge. Good hip hinge. 20 seconds. And stop. So good. So good. Okay, one more set of this. One more set of these. If you want to go sooner, go for it. Otherwise, in 10 seconds, we're hitting this last round. Ready. And begin. Let's go. And stop. All right, we're up. We're up. Now we're going these pendulums. Ready. And begin. Uh, 10 seconds. And stop. That was one of the best sets of pendulums I've ever done. Straight up. Something clicked. I'm definitely going to start using this insight more. All right, so now we're going to go, last exercise here, we're going to go Cali triceps, but we're going to go cross. I want the arms like this, right? This is like a cable. I want you pumping these out. This is high volume. After doing those freaking push-ups and the 2 exercises before your upper body should be tired, and cranking these out should not be easy. All right, ready. And begin. Twenty seconds. 10 seconds. And stop. Good job. Good job. We're going 2 more times. 2 more times. Right. I'll do this again. Ready. And begin. Let's go. Just had a good idea and I just had to write it down. Just had to write it down real quick. Probably could have waited. Pump these out. Pump these out. Let's go. Ten seconds. And stop. Here we go. All right, last set here. Last set of the day. My arms are feeling it. We're pumping these out. We're pumping these out. All right, we're gonna get this in 3, 2, 1. Begin. Let's go. Twenty seconds. Ten seconds. 10 seconds. And stop. Woo. Great job today, everybody. Great job. I hope you guys enjoyed the workout. I'm exhausted. If you didn't need any equipment for that entire workout, right? So you can definitely get a great workout with no equipment, right? Low cost, easy. Not easy, though, at the same time. So great job.